Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. It's Luke Kelsall here from Growing Nature. So today I'm actually back in the UK. I'm in the garden. I've just seen these that are ready for picking. Well, they can be left longer, but today I'm going to be talking about this food here, which is Jerusalem artichokes. So let's get into the video. So straight away you can see how big they actually are. I'm 6'3", so I'm not small, and these literally dwarf me in the garden. Okay, that one up there must be about 10 foot tall at least. But as good as they are for food, and I'm going to show you harvesting very shortly, they are a really good way to have a natural wind barrier in the garden, because it is like a solid green wall in the summer when the leaves are fully on, start to die back a bit now. And also it's a good way of having a natural privacy barrier in the garden. So if you have a fence you want to cover, planting artichokes down the side of the fence is actually a really good way to, have privacy. When it comes to growing, they're actually so easy to grow, it even surprises me. I literally do no maintenance on whatsoever, and believe it or not, this is actually 1 year's growth, so you get an idea of how easily they grow. Jerusalem artichokes are actually very different to globe artichokes. I see a lot of people growing globes, but not many people growing the roots, the Jerusalem artichokes, which is quite interesting because I think these are really good food to grow. But interesting about this food, they don't store well at all. Really, the only way you can actually get good quality artichokes or Jerusalem artichokes is to grow your own and then pick them fresh and eat them straight away. They are really, really healthy food, obviously. Everything in the garden is healthy, you know that by now. They're really good to roast, but you can also eat them raw. I do that sometimes, but it's not the nicest, I have to admit. But you can eat them raw, and there's different health benefits to doing that if you want to do that. So I'm just going to show you quickly now how I harvest them. So as I said, these are very easy to grow. They grow under the ground. They're a root vegetable, so it's like potatoes. You pull out the root and eat the root. These are the stems you have to pull out. I'm just going to pull them out and show what it's like. I'm just going to brush the wood chips aside, which I've got covering the ground. So that's how I do that. And basically, come out like that. Look at the size of that. So really it's just a job of feeling around the ground, see where the rest of them are. But this is the thing. That is strong. You can't even snap it. Yeah, I can, because I'm strong. But you get the idea. It's a pretty strong stem, that. But no, all you got to do now is just root around the ground and find the stems or the roots, tubers, put them aside. Good thing about these, replanting them is so easy, because the way I see it is you're never going to be able to harvest all of them, because you can't find them all in the soil, because they go so deep. And then any little bit you leave, say if I was to leave that little bit in the ground, that would regrow for next year and produce another one of these. So actually I think they're like almost like weeds. Once you've got them in the garden, you can't get rid of them. And they're growing food for each year. But I'm just going to show you now. Look, just massive stems coming out of this. Massive roots coming out like this. Yeah, so if you're going to start your own Jerusalem artichoke patch, all you need to do is get some Jerusalem artichokes. I think I actually got mine from a supermarket. I don't know where I got. I don't think I bought them from a seed website. I bought some actual organic roots and just came out to the garden and planted them in spring. And then since then I've not touched the patch, because they've just produced their own each year without me doing anything. So it's almost like a perennial that's an annual, so it's a bit of a weird one. But like I said, there's such good food to grow, because it's just another root vegetable you can have in the winter, and different health benefits. Very nice as well. You can see how many. Also as well with this patch here, this was started from about like a few of these, only a few of these. 2 years ago, a year ago, and I've actually had to chop it back because it was growing out too far here, because I've actually got potatoes planted all the way under this ground that I've harvested now already and replanted, but this is like the artichoke patch. So yeah, it's really very easy, and to maintain them I've not had to do anything. All I did was, after I planted them, I put some wood chip over the top, a couple of inches of wood chip, and then not watered it once, not weeded it once, and it's just producing food for me year on year. So it's really very easy. as you can see as well, as I'm digging down to get some artichokes, you can just see how good that soil is. That's I didn't import any of this. All I did was lay down wood chips originally, which has got the full, you make sure you want all the, the twigs, the smaller, well, not large wood chips, twigs, leaves, little sticks, and then some chips as well. Basically the full tree chipped up, and then laid it on top. Didn't mix it into the soil. As I've laid it over the years, it's just naturally broken down and started to produce this really good quality soil that's really helping the food grow. And it's very easy for me to dig through, because a lot of farmers or gardeners would have to dig them out with forks because the ground's just too hard, and just like all the roots would just snap. As you can see, these are coming out whole and they're growing freely. And think about that as well. Think about how much better something like that is going to grow in soil that's got space for it to grow in, not like hard compact soil, because you want it to be able to grow easily, and if it's got soft soil to grow into, it's going to grow better than in hard compact soil. I know I'm going to be missing so many because they're all over. This is where I'd usually say, if you're doing potatoes, I'd replant one back in the hole. Because it's artichokes, I know there's going to be loads down there, so I'm not going to bother. Like I said, they're almost impossible to get all of them out. You'll realise you'll miss a little bit of a stem, and then next year you'll have a whole new plant. And the patch will just keep on growing without even doing anything. So, I'm going to cover the hole back in. Make sure you don't put wood chips back in the hole if you've got wood chips. You always want the soil in there first, and then you can cover it with wood chips on top like that. Because then the wood chips will help keep the ground protected, have a natural covering. It's really important to have the soil covered, because any exposed soil in nature gets covered with weeds or anything to protect the ground. The ground needs protecting. You don't want to leave it exposed. That's where you run into problems. So I think wood chips is one of the best ways to cover the ground. You can use other materials as well. I've seen people use grass clippings or even stones, but in my opinion, wood chips is the best. So as you can see, we've got a lot of artichokes. I'm definitely not going to be eating all these raw. I'm going to be roasting all these. But I don't think I'm going to get through all these. But I hope you found the video interesting. Now I hope it gives you a bit of inspiration to plant your own Jerusalem artichoke patch, because honestly, if I didn't see it years ago or didn't get the idea to do it myself, I don't know where I found the idea to do it. I think I was just researching online, but it's definitely one that I'd recommend planting in your own garden. So yeah, if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.